Okay.
So
Well, let's
I
get
got
into your first years at Marquette. When did you come to Marquette? You came in like fifth grade.
fifth grade.
Yeah,
Even though I was a good part of it, you
you
know.
were you were gone.
Well, okay. So for those of you listening, I'm already kind of taking the wheel here, but whatever. Um, I
That's
came
fine, man.
to
That's fine.
the same school as Nick when I was in fifth grade. He'd been there longer than me, and I was the new kid, and everybody kind of rejected me at first. And none of you can deny that because you did.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Nick's just like, yeah.
we get through the first couple months of fifth grade, and then, you know, it was last day of September, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, last day of
Slug
September.
bug.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Wyatt is absolutely right. My mom decided to let me and my brother sleep in and take us to school. And on the way to school, we're just driving through the fields of Illinois. I mean, there's literally corn freaking everywhere. But I'm just looking through the field, and all of a sudden, there's a slug bug. So I call it and punch my brother. A couple seconds later, it punches my car. So I guess there's a little bit of irony in that.
How long were you gone? You weren't there like at all that year.
3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out. That's a good chunk of school, man.
Yeah. You have no idea how annoying it is not being able to scratch.
Scratch your dick. I get it.
Nick, oh my god. You already messed. Oh my god. You already messed it up, Nick. We were going so well.
I mean, it was bound to happen once, so I'll
It
cut
was
that
bound
out.
to
Cut that out, Nick.
Yeah, cut. Yeah, no, we're gonna cut that out.
All right.
We're gonna edit that out.
So let's go into sixth grade because fifth grade not much happened. What about your sixth grade year? I don't even
sixth
remember.
grade. Sixth grade year. That was we had our math teacher as our homeroom teacher, and I just remember how many times did we make her cry over the year?
Make her cry? No, she got like really mad at us. I don't think she ever cried.
Cried.
She got so mad at us that she would make us do our own work, and it was horrible.
It was just bad. Seventh grade year was probably
Whoa,
my worst.
whoa! You're speeding up there. Let's get into sixth grade. So we had
Nothing to talk about. In
sixth grade. We had more people join the school. How many?
Wasn't that
We
when?
had like 3 or 4 people join.
Yeah, that's when Kalen
Yes.
joined.
So our friend Kalen, he joined the school that year. And none of us really talked to him that much, but he was there.
I'm gonna go grab something to drink real quick.
Okay. Sure, you want to give some more insight on sixth grade, or you just want to jump to seventh?
As I said before, there's I remember one thing. Kind of funny. And that was do you ever go to any of the grade school dances?
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
I did.
That's when Nick still had his groove.
Andy.
That was like the only dances I went to.
DJ Vandy, boys, go follow him on social media.
No! Don't shout him out.
I don't even think he has that as a social media. If he does, that kid is even cringier than I thought he was.
I'm pretty sure he does.
All right. So just for reference, we cannot name drop at all unless like they're close friends or we have their permission. So we got to kind of refrain. God, I can't get that. But yeah. So
yes, we have to refrain from dropping names and or I hate to be Captain America here, but language, Nick.
Yeah,
Hey. One mess up, alright?
Only
we
one.
did that's all it takes for Shear's mom to just be like, no, no more.
Not doing this again.
Burn the witch.
Especially since we were kind of planning that Shear was going to be a returning guest.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
I mean, to be honest,
Carry on.
you were
Really?
at the grade school dance. What were you gonna say?
Yep, grade school dances.
remember that it was probably the cringiest thing that could ever happen. It just,
What do you
I don't
mean?
even know how to describe it. So a little bit of background. One of the kids at our school, actually in the same class as me and Nick, was the DJ. I'm saying that in air quotes. The DJ
I mean, he didn't
at
really
the
DJ. He
dance.
played one song, and then every other song he got suggested, he just stopped before it ended.
Mm-hmm. He always cut the songs short, which was really annoying.
What song?
Also,
What
he
song
only
did
played
he
stuff
play?
for taste of music. I
Hmm.
mean, there was like no actually interesting and or good dance songs that he played. It was really annoying.
Okay, so that's sixth grade. We're gonna hop into seventh grade.
Yeah, so, Year of the Antichrist. Nick knows what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Never mind.
There you go.
What? If you want to interview him on this one, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So seventh grade, Nathan. So take us into seventh grade for us.
Well, seventh grade, got a new English teacher.
All right.
She seemed like a really nice person beginning of the year, and then we went through the rules. We're in seventh grade, and we're being treated like second graders. It was just really bad. It just started getting worse. The respect by both sides just easily dwindled between our class and our English teacher, and then just I don't really know most of the shenanigans that went on during that class because I, unfortunately for me, got pulled up into the group of smart kids.
You didn't do shit, like, at all.
Nick. No. Oh my god.
Yo, I didn't even catch myself on that one.
Oh my god, Nick! I swear to God.
But Nick's absolutely right. I was so out of place in that group. It was just okay. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I might be smart, but that was just way over my head in what I was dealing with. I like failed what 40 or 50 assignments the last semester.
I remember.
I just didn't.
Ouch.
I remember sitting in Miss K's class, and she moved me from table to table because I was supposedly a bad influence on everyone. It was.
She should have been moving her.
Dude, I hate her.
All right. So,
Wasn't there
carry
that,
on
like,
through
one
seventh
time
grade.
when Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't in there for this, but wasn't there like a group flipping off of Miss K that everybody just did?
Oh yeah, she left the classroom. We all flipped her off while she walked out the door. Wait, are we even? Hang on, hold up. Are we allowed to say
Hold up.
this?
I don't know.
Whatever, it's going in. I don't care.
You guys are the two
All right,
guys.
just be careful about. Just be
Going.
careful about how much you name drop. Just say like we had that math teacher. Like just be vague yet descriptive.
You guys want to know her name? Her name was.
Comment in the description if you want to know what her name was.
This literally drops the full legal name of the teacher. like middle name, titles, stuff like that.
First, middle, last, address,
Cell phone number.
All right, so let's
telephone
let's,
number.
let's keep going through seventh grade real quick.
So, yeah, finish up on the latter end of seventh grade, Nathan.
The latter end of seventh grade for me was mostly just trying not to die via my mom trying to, you know,
Yeah.
she freaked out because I failed so many assignments and, you know, my life got horrible for a while. But
all right, so now give us the short spiel on eighth grade, because
yeah.
we kind of already went over eighth grade, so just kind of keep it short and sweet.
There's not really much that I can say that you guys didn't already go over before. But do you remember that really, Nick? Do you remember that really cringy eighth grade video that we had to make?
Oh.
That like showed all of our times throughout eighth grade and.
Yeah,
Oh
it was the picture. So at the end of eighth grade year, we had to email the school pictures of ourselves throughout the years leading up to eighth grade, and they made a video off of that.
They made a video off of it. Oh, Nick. Yeah. Video that reminds me, the CSI week video.
We're not gonna get into that. All right, let's move on to freshman year. Sure.
Okay.
Freshman year was an eventful one.
Sophomore year for me was a lot more eventful, but we can say that. But freshman year, I don't know. Wyatt, do we want to get into the bus shenanigans or leave that out?
I mean, it's your call. If you want to get into it, you can. But you can't name drop. You cannot name drop.
I know I can't.
I mean,
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. So go for it then.
But I'm just trying to think. Freshman year, how did that all start out? Oh yeah, the freshman senior mixer.
Oh God. I remember we came from a golf meet and Vicroy.
Yeah, we did. We all came from a golf meet.
But down the highway, he was going like 80.
Dude, Vicroy was going like 85, and we had like an eighth of a tank left. Yeah, we had an eighth of a tank left. Remember that? We were like ridiculously low on gas. All right, so for the viewers watching, like a little background history, all three of us were on the golf team freshman and sophomore year. So there were some serious memories made, but
like the
one we're talking about now, the Happy, Nick, remember that one at the meet, the Happy Gilmore?
Oh my
you literally hit Wyatt on the field.
Yeah, bro, you hit me.
I hit you twice on that same course.
Yeah, you did. That same meet, you hit me freaking twice.
But I just remember our coach was wanting to get us back in time, and we only had an eighth of a tank left of gas in the People Mover, which is a small white
tiny bus, yeah.
And I just remember he was hauling like 85 down the interstate, just trying to get us back on what little gas.
Yeah, now just a constant reminder. The speed limit was 70 on the interstate.
It was 70, and we were in a bus. We were not in a car.
We were in a bus going 85 miles an hour, guys. We were going faster than most of the semi-trucks.
I could just imagine some police officer listening to this podcast and he's just sipping coffee and just does a spit take when he hears that. Well, I got somebody to arrest now.
I remember the first meet, one of the first meets we did, and Vicro was driving, and he didn't stop at a railroad track, and some lady called it into the school.
The People Mover.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tracks, though. It's not actually a school bus.
Yeah. freshman year with you? Not much. Like I can't. I think it was just like getting your
One of the
bearings, kind of.
one of the
Yeah,
most
it was
vivid
really.
memories that I have was making all of those paper airplanes up in the balcony of the gym,
Oh yeah.
like gym class and before school. That they don't let us do that now anymore. We can't go into the gym before school. Or well,
We
I don't think
Well,
that
you can walk. You can walk through it, but you can't like just chill.
we can't.
yeah, we
That's not possible anymore.
Nope, we can't.
they don't allow you to do it.
Did we
But
mess it up for
freshman,
everyone?
yeah, we probably
Someone
did
did.
because I don't even think that we were supposed to be in the balcony, but we were always in the balcony.
Hmm.
We were always up there just hanging out, and honestly, that's probably the most fun that I had all throughout freshman year.
I don't think anything else really happened that year. Sophomore year was more eventful. Let's get into sophomore
Yeah,
year
for
then.
real.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let's talk about your first ever homecoming, freshman year.
Oh God.
Are you dying?
Maybe.
All right, I think we're losing him, Nate. Yeah. So, guys, this has been another high school podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
We're gonna go call Nathan a ambulance right now. So,
I don't need an ambulance. I'm fine.
So
Okay.
yeah. So,
my-
talk about your first homecoming.
yeah.
I can sum it up for you in one word. It's
Go
that
for it.
simple.
What?
Awkward.
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 Yeah, you went with Abby. I remember you asked her out, and then it took her a couple days to like think if she should say yes or not.
It was 2 days, and I remember exactly what she said to me. She said, "Yes, we're going, but my dad's gonna kill you." So
Ouch. Fat F.
Jeez.
I mean,
Like it was called. It was no hope for Nathan.
Zero.
Oh, there's-
None.
Yeah. All right. Well, I gotta go take a piss, boys. So you guys just chill.
Take a piss break
Language.
every podcast.
Yeah, dude. I gotta do at least twice every podcast.
It's alright.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have drank 3 Arnold Palmers. I mean,
You need to stop
Are you
drinking
so-
those, bro.
yeah, bro, right?
we downed at least a quart of water while we've been talking, and I'm fine. Just hold it, man.
Alright. Well, Wyatt's going to
No.
take a pee. This is the part of the podcast where we plug everything. So, if you
And
guys,
this is not shut up and let Nick talk.
if you guys want to come check out a full hour and a half, if you're watching this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, like I said earlier, if you guys want to come check out the rest of this podcast, these podcasts are filmed for an hour and a half long, and it will be posted on YouTube. The YouTube channel is called High School Talks. So next week we're gonna have another guest, which, yeah, I didn't think we'd get a guest next week, but yeah, next week we'll have a guest. His name is Ethan, and we'll have that going for us. I guess we'll just wait till Wyatt gets back. Sherbo, you want to say anything?
I got literally nothing to say because, to be honest, Wyatt's the maker of conversation. So,
That's true. Man, I don't know.
do you have like Jeopardy music we could play?
I mean, you know what? We'll sit here, awkward silence, because that's always fun.
I mean, I could just keep going about how awkward freshman year homecoming was, but
Yeah, go for it. We'll transfer into sophomore year once Wyatt comes back, I guess.
yeah. So after that, it was I just remember how hectic it was to try and plan for the big group that we had because we had uh,
You had like
Abby and I were
seven,
coming.
6 or 7 people in your group.
Racer was coming with. Huge Wyatt was coming with. That because
Yeah.
he was like what 220 some pounds freshman year.
He's a big boy.
He was biggest. He was the biggest boy. But uh, there was like 8 or 9 of us that had to get a reservation at Bianchi's, this pizza place, and of course, I got stuck with making the reservation. So
You guys had to make reservations?
yeah, because it was homecoming week.
I mean, how many people were in there?
A lot.
Oh, was the place actually packed?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, not terribly packed. There was an empty table or two next to us, but it was a full house.
How was that? How was going to Bianchi's? How's that?
Well, it was really good. It kind of got weird when we tried to figure out who was gonna pay for what. But
Wait, you guys didn't get separate bills? You guys just kind of like threw it on
no,
the
no,
one, or?
we got 3 separate bills. We had me and Abby and I think Wyatt on one bill, and then Kalen and his girlfriend split a bill, and Racer paid for his own, I think.
His girlfriend at the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
But are they actually still together, or?
No, they broke up this summer. I mean, he's dating someone else now.
Oof. But What? So the man himself returns. I'm just going over how weird it was to try to figure out who was paying for what freshman year when
gotcha. Did Nick tell you that supposedly only one person paid for everything?
Yeah, I got told by Racer that one person paid.
No,
it was like because I paid the tip and I paid for myself.
Wyatt chipped in, I chipped in, Abby chipped in. I think Kalen.
Racer was the only one who didn't chip in.
Racer's a cheap.
Yeah, he is.
He's a cheapskate with a big truck. What does that tell you?
I mean, he spends all his money on gas. He's got small.
Well, yeah. I mean, that thing guzzles so much gas. I mean, let's be real here, boys.
It would be worse if he had decent. But
it would have came out from. All right, let's get into sophomore year here.
Yeah.
Wait.
We still got plenty of time. So if we want to just kind of, well, actually, no, we might want to finish up really quick because we're coming up. We started about 2:00, right?
Sorry, 2:00. We are hitting the.
Yeah, it's already been about a half hour.
25-minute mark on the recording. So.
All right, so yeah, we got about 15 minutes, and then we gotta kind of wrap it up for the Spotify part.
Yeah.
Spotify.
So,
Apple,
not so much wrap it up, just kind of like end on a good note. Yeah.
We'll go.
Yeah.
To more
there you go.
Podcast, just end it. I'm just gonna.
No.
It.
Oh God.
Said that.
All right. So.
All right. So yeah.
Let's get into sophomore year here. I don't know. What do you want to talk about first? It's up to you, Sure. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, sure. It's your call, man.
I've just got to think a little bit. My attitude.
Well, I guess you should.
sophomore year, I've got to say that I honestly felt really good coming off the summer. I walked into school and realized that on the bus I had sat in like gum or something, and my spirits were instantaneously crushed. I, you know, do you know how bad it is to walk around with a giant pink stain on your butt the entire day?
I don't
Why?
necessarily remember seeing that,
I don't think
but
anyone saw it, dude. I think it just
yeah,
blended in with your khakis.
Yeah, nobody saw it, of course, because
it's
I
blended
kind
in
of
with the
like
khakis, man.
I
That sounds really bad.
just stop. But I just remember two people did see it. Morgan and oh man, can't drop names.
I mean,
Well,
whatever. We did it. Just go for it. I mean, we've already dropped her name last podcast, so I
yeah,
guess
I
it really
know, but
doesn't matter anymore.
the other girl who saw it, you haven't named yet, so I'm just gonna leave her out of this. But yeah, they saw that and said, Sheer, I think you sat in something, and I instantly went, "Are you kidding me?" I had a good feeling about sophomore year, and I, just have to go and ruin it unintentionally.
Sure blew it. Sure
Because
blew it. He blew all his chances with these girls. All right, let's just get that out of the way first.
do you honestly think I had a thing for either of them? Are you kidding me?
White has left
Mate.
the party. Um,
Shut up, Nick.
go for it.
But after that, not much really happened until practice for the fall play started.
So
So
fall play. Wyatt, our co-host Wyatt, has left the party. I'm guessing his internet dropped. So
yeah,
we'll find out in a
really?
second. I don't know. He just left.
Oof, his Wi-Fi probably cracked out.
Yeah. I just texted him right now. So everyone, yeah, give us a minute, but we're gonna keep going with this. We're not gonna let Wyatt stop us because his horrible internet. So I guess let's get into your
So,
fall play.
the fall play, I just remember tryouts were cringy because I put way too much emphasis into trying to actually act. Oh my gosh. Thinking back, that was really embarrassing. Just, eh.
Okay, so
Well,
we have word from Wyatt. His Wi-Fi crashed. He should be back soon, hopefully.
hopefully. Or, well, maybe. Are you sure you want him back? I mean, I could just become co-host. I mean,
No.
oh, dang it.
All right. So Sheer, fall play. You tried too hard. That sucks.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? You wanna? So when let's talk about this. When did you meet? What? I don't know.
Rita was the name that you used last time.
So when did you meet Rita? When did you start? Like, did Nick G bring you into that, or did you just kind of like scoot over there your way?
Well, we were both acting in the fall play, and we just kind of started talking. I just wanted to get to know the people who I was going to be in the play with, so it wasn't really a big deal. At least I didn't think it was. But, just saying, you guys at the lunch table, you blew everything out of proportion. Because, I can't talk to you.
We didn't blow anything out of proportion.
Really?
I mean, it wasn't like horrible. I mean, we definitely blew some stuff out of proportion.
Okay, I've got to say Christian was the worst out of all of you.
White is back.
Oh, is he?
Yep. He
Oh.
DC'd. I don't know. I guess I can invite him back.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and see if I can invite Wyatt back. Um, I
he's
guess
just he's disconnected from the party, so
Christian was Christian the worst. I don't know.
he was definitely the worst in my opinion because of just Christian being Christian.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
but
alright.
well,
Hopefully he connects. Um.
we just were talking and did some acting. We had a couple of jokes and just the normal shenanigans that go on backstage between the actors,
Okay.
taking each other's props and stuff like that.
All right. So before we get into any more of this, I have a question for you, and I feel like
Yes.
this is a question that a lot of us have been wondering. Um, when did why like what is that poke game? I guess.
To be honest, I don't know.
When did it start? Let's start from there.
When did it start? When did it start? I think maybe a little bit in Tech Week for the spring musical. I think
Okay.
that's when it really started. But I honestly don't know. I just think that it might have even started as just like an actual game of tag, but then it just became that. And well, a little bit of an explanation is for those of you listening who don't know, me and Rita kind of have this like little game that we play, I guess you would call it. As we're just walking through the halls of the school, if we pass each other, one of us just pokes the other in the arm and goes poke, and then just tries to get away. The goal is to not be the last one poked by the end of the day. It's kind of like two-person tag, except for a little bit cringier because we're doing it in the middle of the hallway during school, and 9 times out of 10 we run into somebody trying to get away. Um,
You almost ran into father one time, I believe.
I didn't. She almost ran into father. I almost ran into Mr. Supan. That was probably one of the weirder ones. But to be honest, I don't get why you guys think it's so weird. It's honestly just really fun.
I don't think it's that we think it's weird. I think it's just like it's weird to see two people run throughout the hallways, poking each other and then running away, screaming.
Okay, we didn't scream, Nick.
You guys did. I completely remember.
Okay,
There was a
we
couple
might have
times where you did.
back and forth. We might have yelled back and forth a couple of times, but I don't remember either of us screaming. Uh, Correction, I do, because we always or well, I hate including myself in this, but yes, I did kind of like let out like a small shriek whenever I almost ran into somebody. I'm not proud of it, but I I I scream.
All right, man.
I've screamed. It's just
Uh, so that was that was after. So that was late year. Let's go back towards the middle of the year, and
that was way
let's go
like the
back
last couple
towards the
months.
middle of the year, where you guys started sitting at the same lunch table. Um,
That
I
wasn't the
heard. Wait,
of
wait,
the
wait.
year. Middle of the year was scholastical season.
Oh, okay. Whenever you guys started
It
sitting
was
at the lunch table together, I heard. Why did Nick G start sitting with you guys? That's what I want to know. Cause like he just like randomly just started sitting with you guys.
uh I honestly don't know.
Was he
It's
just
just he just decided to start sitting with us. I mean, the three of us are all really good friends. So
Okay, so good friends, all that. I hope Wyatt can get back in here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Eh.
So good friends. So towards the end of the year, I don't know. Was it towards the end? I think it was towards the end of the year. You wanted to ask Rita
yeah,
on a date. So
I kind of did, but we were gonna go to lunch um after the last day of finals. Of course, Nick G was gonna come along as well, but still technically yeah, whatever. But I, you know, ended up blowing it by, getting food poisoning the day before, so that was fun.
so
Mm.
let's so you went on that. Well, you were supposed to, but
I
Nick
was
G
supposed to.
sabotaged your food so he could go.
He didn't sabotage my food. I had Culver's. I swear it was the pickles.
I know if Nick G listens to this, he's gonna be like, I didn't sabotage that food. You liar.
You might want to watch your back. Nick G will get some vengeance on you, Nick. That was probably the weirdest sentence I've ever said. Nick will get vengeance on Nick.
So I don't know where to go from here. So I guess so I so was it when did you ask her out? Cuz like I heard that you were talking to Nick G about asking her out and it just never happened.
Yeah. Well, that's because it didn't, because I'm a wuss and I just I'm just scared to ruin the friendship that we have. I just don't want to make it awkward.
Okay. So
I mean, if I had more guts, I probably would have. But I'm way too reserved for anything like that.
so I guess we'll where can we go from here now? What happened sophomore year?
What else happened sophomore year?
I mean, not much. You said you wanted to clarify some stuff that we got wrong in our last pod. So, I mean, if you want to go ahead and do that now.
Well, what I was gonna clarify is when Wyatt was talking about, me and Rita did. You know what? Screw it. I'm not even scared to deny it.
Hold up.
Just
So this podcast has come to an end on Spotify. If you guys want to go watch the rest of this and figure out what he is going to correct us on from our last pod, please go to our YouTube channel, High School Talks, and we would greatly appreciate it. But that's going to end it for here on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So thank you for listening, and yeah, go check out our other podcasts or the rest of this podcast on High School Talks on YouTube. Thank you. All right, Sheer. Let's get into this. What are you going to correct?
That's honestly one of the best ways to promote a YouTube channel is leave everybody else on the cliffhanger. So, well played, Nick. But what I was going to say is the fact of I'm not gonna deny it anymore. I really do really like her. It's just the fact of when Wyatt was explaining it, he kind of skipped from us first becoming friends to everything that happened at the end of the year. Because there was, well, Scholastic Bowl season in between there, so Scholastic Bowl is like academic challenges. It's like two Jeopardy teams facing off against each other. I really like it. I can think that it's really fun. Call me a nerd if you want. I don't care. But me, Wyatt, Nick G, and well, Rita, we were all on the same team. Well, of course we were on the same team. We're from the same long, but yeah, there's really not much that I have to correct you on, other than the fact of, well, uh, you know what? Honestly, I really want to go and re-listen to your first podcast because there was something I was gonna mention, but I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
you can bring that up on the next podcast with you. We're so I guess we will
Sorry to have
go.
switched over from Apple Podcasts and Spotify just to hear me say, "Oops, I forgot what I was gonna say." Man, I feel like a douchebag right now.
All right, so uh, Sheer, I guess, is not going to be able to do that. So next podcast, whenever we have him back, hopefully it's soon, we can get him in here. I think Wyatt has joined.
I am back.
Okay.
I resolved the net issues, my guys.
All right.
But-
So
Issues?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
like it was. I was just talking, and then my Wi-Fi just took a dump.
Wyatt,
So yeah.
think about what you just said, your gnat issues, and then think
Oh.
about what wordplay master I am, and think
Oh.
about the last podcast.
GG.
I can't.
What do I want? I want some kept cooked potato chips.
okay. So
Your potatoes. I eat
let's
Doritos.
let's try and get. Wyatt, do you remember what you said on the last podcast? Holy.
What we were on the topic of last podcast?
No, like how can what she was going to correct you on? Do you remember?
Oh,
or-
yeah. So I guess I inadequately explained the whole deal with Rita. So
Out on, how became a lot better friends, but oh yeah, I remember. I hate having to tell this part myself, but you kind of left out the cringiest part of the whole thing.
The what? The what part?
The cringiest part about the whole situation.
all right, so
Go
Honestly,
with you and Rita.
yeah. So it was during Tech Week. It was actually right before the Saturday performance, and we were all downstairs.
All right.
Lunchroom, just getting ready, and the actors had already gotten makeup on. I was in my all black outfit with my earpiece and looking like a security guard because Tech Crew is awesome. Even though I'm isolated up on the spotlight in the balcony with hashtag Forever Alone up there, but I just remember me and Rita, we were just talking and messing around near one of the support beams of the lunchroom. And we're just talking around there, and in the musical, we had some of the grade schoolers, some of the really young kids, like second and third graders, I think. Wyatt, am I right by saying that? Who were also acting in the musical. And I just remember we're just standing there leaning up against the pole, and one of the little one of the really little kids runs up to us and just goes, "When are you two going to date already?" and runs away.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh man, that can really hit you with it.
And to be honest, I don't remember whether or not I went red as a tomato or white as a ghost when hearing that because it surprised the crap out of me. Because I honestly was not expecting anybody to actually notice anything.
Well,
Because,
sure.
you know,
I hate to be the elephant in the room here, but it's quite obvious. I mean, I'm sorry, but
yeah, in retrospect, and I am being blatantly obvious. It's just the fact of, yeah, straight up, I'm a coward. It's just, I don't
All right, let's get off
know.
this subject. Before Sheer gets frustrated.
Yeah, yeah. You've never heard me get frustrated, Nick.
I mean,
Trust.
and I don't think he wants to. That's kind of why he's changing the subject.
yeah. So, let's get into this. What else can we do? So, I guess we'll do the tips if you wanna do that.
The what?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
High school tips. You wanna?
The do's and don'ts for incoming freshmen and just other grades
Oh,
in general.
Okay. Hmm.
Don't be
Fresh
obvious
and-
about who you have a crush on.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
that is like a no. Don't. Also for freshmen, if you haven't known them for a long time, don't trust them with anything. I can't tell you how much stuff I had, like pencils and notebooks and stuff. I had a lot of stuff stolen from my locker. Let's just say that.
F.
Just don't trust anyone you haven't known for a long time. Huh. Oh,
Any, hey, I was like, anything else?
just
So,
for also for the incoming, you ever listen to this because since when do freshmen ever listen to podcasts? They're too cool for stuff like. First off, you're not too cool. You need as much advice as you possibly can. Otherwise, you're not going to have a fun high school career.
Yeah,
Second,
we didn't have this freshman year, so we had no idea what to do.
if I could go back in time and talk to my freshman self and give him advice, my life would probably be better than it is now. Let's just say. Second word of advice for the freshmen: it doesn't matter who you are or who you know in the school. You are the bottom of the food chain. Don't try to make yourself like a big shot in the school. It won't happen. It just won't. Um, freshman guys, don't try to date the upperclassmen girls. There's very few people who can actually pull that off. Then again, in our class, we had quite a few of that happening.
There's like half the guys in my class that dated the upperclassmen, right?
I mean, to be honest, our class is filled with players? Question mark?
I guess that would be probably a gentle way to put it.
I
Yeah.
can say it, but I know you don't want me to, so.
Nick, don't.
Nick, so. Me and Wyatt have both refrained from saying stuff like that. You can too. Just. Oh, yeah, another thing. Freshman, language does not make you seem tougher, just makes you seem stupid.
What do you mean? Like
I mean, just like
profane?
yeah, like going up and thinking that you're tough and cussing out a senior. That's not a good idea. We
If you think it's a good
us.
idea, you could test it out.
Oh, if you think it's a good idea, I
Test
mean,
it out. Come
we
come back to us with the results.
we go to a private school. It's a lot more toned down in the physical dramatics as a public
What do
school.
you mean? Last year someone got their head like smashed off the bathroom wall.
That is true. I could see that.
We also had a couple people
You see it ricochet off the wall. Ting!
ping pong. It's a game of ping pong. But
Do you have anything else for the do's and don'ts?
do's and don'ts. Not much other than the fact of if you do something embarrassing, just live with it. Laugh it
Just
off.
own it.
I mean, this is
Very
coming from
realistic.
has tripped up the stairs about 50 times every month. So
I
I'm
guess
I'm
we can
proud.
get your feedback on this. What's your opinion on first impressions in high school?
First impressions in high school for who? The other students or the teachers?
Just for everyone. Let's go students and then we'll
Yeah,
go
yeah.
teachers.
Well, for other students, just all that I can say is don't try to force yourself on other people and say, "Oh, we're going to be friends," and forcing anything doesn't get you anywhere. All that I can say is just be you, try not to be introverted, and just crack a joke in the middle of a conversation and see who laughs. If they don't laugh, you're probably with the wrong people.
All right. So let's get into our next podcast guest. His name's Ethan. We've been a close friend with him. I guess we could explain some stuff on him and what's going on with Ethan, so everyone can know what to expect next week. So, I mean, unless you have something else to say, sure, you can go for it. It's up to you.
I got nothing, and you know,
All right,
to be honest,
so we're gonna have Sheer talk about Ethan real quick.
oh, brilliant.
I don't know, like, what is it? He's very. I don't like. I can't say bland because he's not bland. It's just
Ethan is, but bland. It's just the fact of he doesn't say much, but does say, when he does decide to talk, he says a lot, and most of the time, it's if you're on the receiving end of a joke from him, it's not going to be pretty. I'm just going to say that because I've been in that situation a lot.
Well, there's not much we can say about Ethan. We'll let him talk for himself next podcast. We are currently
I mean,
55
you guys went on
minutes.
for like 20 minutes about me last podcast, but
I mean,
there's honest.
we don't
really
know
say about
a lot about Ethan. I mean, we do, but at the same time, it's like, what do we say? I mean, now we know. Like last podcast, we didn't know if we'd get a guest. You know, like that's. But now that now that we know we're getting a guest, we don't. I feel like we shouldn't reveal too much about that.
Yeah, wow. Thanks, guys. Just I feel honored. I'm the only one who got like a 25-minute tangent in one of you guys' podcasts. So
I mean, Ethan will get an hour and a half.
fair enough.
I mean, every guest we have is getting an hour and a half. I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. Wyatt, do you have anything to say? Unless he left. Did he leave? I think he left to go do something.
Oh no.
Oh
was
my
I-
goodness.
My
I just
mic was
checked-
muted.
Oh.
My bad. So
Oh my
I have
goodness.
a talking point. I have a talking point. So
Why
in
do I
regards
start-
to like getting license, all right. So in regards to getting your license or something like that, I guess we should offer some insight and advice, don't you think? Like since we're on the topic of like freshman and sophomore year,
Like what advice?
You're the-
like what to do and what not to do in the car when with your driving instructor. That sounds like a great place to
Alright,
start.
I feel like it's gonna be different. We had
one of the funniest
a
driving dis-
60-year-old man for a driving
70.
instructor.
I'd say.
70?
Is he 70? Yeah.
I
He
don't know.
was getting replaced last year though, so I'm so sad. We're losing him.
To be honest, I kind of feel a little bit bad that he's going because none of the other freshmen and sophomores will have to.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
oh, he-
hilarious. He was
He
hilarious.
is.
Step on it,
Step on it.
For those of you listening, our driving instructor would simultaneously tell us to step on it and speed up while telling us to slow down.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said slow like this. He said slow, like exactly like that.
I'm dying. And I'm good.
So
But you know, I find this
a tip
ironic
for
that the one-
sophomores getting their driver's license. They say you need your hours. They don't look at your hours, so don't worry about that. Just
I
worry
wouldn't
about
recommend. All right, hold on.
learning.
Here's the thing. Nick, before you go giving them terrible advice,
I mean, it's
if you
true.
guys are
Your
going, if you
parents
guys, I
made
know,
you.
but hold on. But if you guys are going to pencil whip your hours, I don't recommend pencil whipping any more than 10 or 15 at most.
Okay, yeah.
If you pencil whip all
get in the
50
car
hours,
and learn how to drive before you show up to the DMV or else.
or did the driving, and it's the honor system. So
well, you
just-
do need to have.
just make
Fine.
sure you know what you're doing. Yeah, just make sure you know what you're doing. So
To be honest,
before you go out there,
Get all 50 hours in. It's just the fact of if you don't record them when you drive, it's fine. If you've been driving for like 9 months up until when you turn 16 to get your driver's license, you've probably gotten 50 hours. It's just the fact of you might not have recorded them. You need to have your parents sign them, so either your parents are going to be like my parents and be a stickler and make you literally get down every single 1 minute.
or your
Or-
parents will aid you and pencil whip them.
Yeah.
Some parents are like that. I've had a couple friends tell me that.
I can't say that pencil whipping a lot
Is
of
a
them.
wise decision. Yeah, I would say maybe 10 at most, 10 or 15 at most. But
To be honest, 50
That's-
driving is, at least in, I don't know about any other states or other countries for that matter, because who knows, we could have somebody listening over in England or something, which they're probably thinking, these guys have stupid accents, but,
Hey, I hate
I-
your accent. All right.
I'm just saying, 50 hours is a lot of hours to get for driving. By the time you get, well, first off, they have you get 10 hours at night, and I'd recommend doing all 10 of the hours at night, because nighttime driving is kind of freaky, to be honest.
It's not bad.
But Ever
Well,
tried that?
depending on where you live, like, I mean, is granted you don't have freaking deer jumping out in front of you,
Hashtag Illinois.
but yeah, for real.
If you live in Illinois, you know at least 2 other people who have hit a deer with their truck. And that's out of all of your friends.
I'm surprised Racer hasn't done that.
Yeah, right.
Like, seriously, does he actually have his driver's license?
Yeah.
Yes, he's had it for a while.
Oh, well, that's it, guys. I'm moving to Canada. Screw this.
Yeah, I don't know. He posts. I hate like going on like Instagram or Snapchat because you just see like, oh, you just see his truck everywhere.
Are you serious? He's one of those guys.
Yeah,
He posts his truck in every picture. Oh my gosh.
He's like, look at my truck.
Yeah, Nick, good save on the F-bomb, by the way, buddy. I heard you. You're like, I'm like, don't do it, Nick. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't.
Good save, Nick. Good save. You've only sworn twice in this podcast, Nick. I'm proud of you this episode.
I didn't think I swore that much last podcast.
I think you swore like 10 times, maybe a bit more.
Maybe 20, but let's not be overly zealous here. But yeah, for driving hours, just get all of the nighttime hours in and get most of the daytime hours in. If you really just don't want to do the rest of them and your parents are cooperative, you can pencil whip a few of them. Just don't go running in over half the hours. It's just
do at least 3/4 of the hours, yeah. Like, if you're going to pencil whip them, at least do 40 at most. At minimum. At least do 40 actual driving hours.
And also, if they require you to drive at night, get all the required hours at night. Because...
All right. It depends where you live. If you live in, like, a city, it's going to be like driving in the day because there's so many lights. But, I mean, if you live in, like, a rural area, you should probably get your driving hours in for night.
Even in the city, because you never know when...
You never know when those drunk guys are going to get out.
Exactly. You never know when the sketchy people are going to walk out.
You guys want to talk about someone in town? All right, let's branch off of high school, all right? So we've done high school. We still have, like, roughly 25 minutes.
No, we got a little bit less than that.
All right.
We got about 15 minutes, so we can we can branch out.
Let's branch off of high school.
Oh, well, this is great.
Sounds like... Sure.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Nathan, you're having some headphone issues on your end.
He's underwater. So...
All right, there you go. He muted himself temporarily.
Is it? All right.
All right.
Let's talk about... You know Kevin?
He'll be back, guys. Don't worry.
Kevin, you know?
Kevin. Yeah, okay.
You know that sketchy dude that walks around town?
Oh, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. All right, you tell the story. I really got to go to the bathroom again.
Alright. Oh my god. Alright. So, if you guys don't know, there's this sketchy guy that walks around our town. Maybe? Okay. There's a sketchy dude that walks around our town. He has schizophrenia, but I don't think he knows it. I think because he's very like he's homeless, and I don't know if he's gotten. I think he might be so out of it that he's just not there. You know, like he just. I don't think he's there anymore. I don't know where to go from here though. So, yeah, man. The podcast. I'm sorry if it got like a little bit boring. We just. I don't know. like I don't think it was. It doesn't feel like it was horrible podcast. It definitely feels like it was better podcast. We'll have a guest on here next week as always. We're gonna try and bring guests on consistently. So if you guys want to be on this podcast, I don't know if he's back. If you guys want to be on this podcast, well, yeah. If you guys want to be on this podcast, go ahead and comment down below saying, "Hey, I'd like to be a guest on your guys' podcast," and we can see if we can fit you in that week if we do not already have a guest planned for that week's podcast. Yeah, just comment down below.
Seeing that we're kind of running out of time here, like normally probably what we're gonna do is hold on. Nathan needs me to invite him back real quick. So basically what's going on with this is like we'll have that guest like kind of we'll have them recap through their like school years, and then we might get off topic a little bit like we are now. If you guys would like to hear us talk about other topics occasionally, yeah, like Nick said, just comment down below.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Nothing, man. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
We're just talking. What a podcast is.
I can't hear.
Touche.
Is he in? No, he's still muted.
Yeah, he's in.
He's got to unmute.
I can hear
Wait,
him.
am I muted?
No, I just unmuted you. I don't know why I muted you, but you're good now.
Oh, okay.
So.
I don't know. we're off topic. We're kind of getting towards the end of this podcast. So if you guys did like this podcast, please share this with friends. If you have a girlfriend or boyfriend just going into high school or already in high school and they're in like they're freshmen, go ahead and share this podcast with them. Yeah. You have
So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Big thank you to our guest Nathan for coming on and opening up about his high school career. Nathan, thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Do you have any last words? That sounded weird. Do you have any final words before we end the podcast?
That sounded even sketchier, but whatever. I don't really have anything to really say to end this. Other than the fact of we probably gave some of the worst possible advice, honestly.
Yeah.
No. That's where you're wrong. Our advice is solid. We've been through there.
Our advice.
All right.
If you guys watch our first podcast, you can perfectly tell that we never wing these podcasts. We always have topics ready to go. That's not.
Yeah,
we went off topic.
We went off topic because we wanted to change it up, you know? So,
yeah, we planned on that. It was planned.
Yeah, we actually did, yeah, for real.
I'm sorry, but I kind of lost my script like halfway through, so sorry about that, guys.
You actually wrote out a script?
Maybe.
What?
Okay, well, Nick, this is the last time Nathan's gonna be on here,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I don't know.
I'm sorry
we don't put that much work into our pods.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm way too lazy to write an actual script for a podcast with friends. Are you kidding me?
Okay, good. We might have Nathan back on this podcast probably once we start our school year, which is in about a month's time. So, yeah. So pretty much, so once we start our school year, podcast will definitely slow down. Definitely slow down. But we should have a lot more content to talk about, especially with new people.
Content.
Yes, 10 out of 10 content.
We'll essentially be going over our week of school with you guys and talking about what happened.
Yeah. So the whole world's gonna know what sort of cringy stuff we did throughout our junior year. This is gonna be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
that's right. We can. Yeah, that's right. Because when we get into junior year, we can be like a weekend recap and just recap about what happened that week.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
would
that's-
be good.
Then we'd actually have legitimate content. And not just three dudes randomly talking about past high school experience.
It's two dudes. Right?
Yeah, two dudes. You're a guest on here. Just remember that.
You're a guest.
Yeah, you're a guest. We were thinking about bringing two dudes on at the same time, like you and maybe Ethan at the same time, or Jose and Ethan at the same time, or maybe just having a big mess of people on at the same time. Everybody except Christian, simply because it's Christian, and that would just mess up our chances. Yeah, that would just mess up our entire chances of getting on Spotify ever again.
Yeah, that we wouldn't be on Apple, we wouldn't be on Spotify, we wouldn't be on Google, we wouldn't be anywhere.
We'd probably get demonetized or something, or we'd get copyrighted.
Instantaneously, yeah. Me and Nick would get instantly demonetized the second we dropped a video of Christian in it. Like that's no joke.
They just see that Christian's name is in the description and they're like, no, demonetized.
Get out of here.
Speaking
All right,
of which,
well,
are you monetizing these YouTube videos?
We currently cannot.
we cannot monetize them.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, fix that problem.
I mean, we have to get
Well-
a certain amount of stuff, and then we can.
Yeah, you got to get so many subs before we can actually start getting income from this.
Well, that's never
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
we could actually monetize our Apple Podcast and Spotify podcast already if we wanted to make money off of that.
Well, do you want to though? That's the question. Like,
The-
well, considering Nick doesn't have a job, that might be in his best interest.
Like the thing is,
But-
I don't want this podcast just to turn into us doing it every week just for like money gain, you know? Like I don't want that to be this. I mean, I would like to make money off of this, but at the same time, like I don't want to be like I don't want to have it feel like a job, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
I
You don't
want to
wanna-
do it for fun. I want to do it for fun. I really don't want to.
Well, Wyatt, to be honest, you're the only one here who has a job.
A steady job too, a well-paying job on that. I just got paid today too, boys. So
Yeah, Mister. What is
Sure.
it? An hour over there.
$12.50 an hour, my guy.
Alright,
Chica.
if anyone wants to go rob Wyatt's bank account, go for it.
My account number is 3615279 Enter. So, thank you for.
I feel like you just lift off random numbers, but dude, you really shouldn't even joke about that. You might have just given away like
It's a random
some dude's
person.
bank number. To be honest.
All right, boys. Well, I think we can end it right here. So,
So
thank you for all of our viewers that are listening. I guess we should say listeners, not viewers,
Yeah.
but on YouTube it is.
let's hang on. Before we end this podcast. Thank you to everyone that viewed our first podcast. This podcast really helps us out. Sheer, thank you for coming on this podcast. Do you have anything else
no
to say?
problem.
Yeah, man.
I have nothing really other than the fact of thanks for actually letting me be on this. I